Woche 10 der NFL-Saison.
Sees the St. Louis Stallions and New York Giants in Munich for the Germany game. Big international matchup. Well, maybe not, but an international matchup nonetheless here. The Stallions have been on a hot run recently. Can they keep it going? Bryce Young, 13 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Feels like he's starting to kind of turn that corner here. And then Jonathan Brooks has been sensational. Nice spin move right there. And that'll make it a 2nd and 1. So Bryce Young, under center, going to come back. Hand it right off to Brooks. And he's just going to get enough to pick up the first down right there. So now they're going to come back again here. Of course, my phone decides to go off. Bryce Young rolling. Going to find Deontay Johnson. And Johnson going to pick up some nice yardage right there. So now they're going to come back again. Bryce Young throws this one up. Xavier Legette with the big play right there, all the way down to the 6, and that is just a nice drop in the bucket throw from Bryce Young. Come back here, hand off to Jonathan Brooks. There is a penalty here, and this is going to be a hold, and this is going to set them back a little bit here, 10 yards, but that does give them kind of more space to work with. So what do? Screenplay here. Brooks gets blockers, makes one man miss, goes into the end zone. Touchdown Stallions. And the Stallions take an early 7-0 lead here. So now Daniel Jones, 6 touchdowns to 12 interceptions on the season for Jones. That's a tough one. Now they're going to come back. Quick throw right out here, and that's going to be a big play. First down right there for the Giants. Now 2nd and 10. I formation. Going to be a play action look. Jones going to throw this one middle of the field. Going to find Slayton for the first down. Now 3rd and goal. Jones pressured. Going to keep it himself. Runs it into the end zone. Touchdown Giants. And the Giants tie this game up just like that. And that was a pretty good drive for the Giants offense, which has looked pretty pedestrian most of the season. Still have gotten them to a 4-5 record, and that is just a big time throw right there for Bryce Young to Jonathan Mingo, picking up the first down as the first quarter comes to an end. Now a handoff here to Brooks, going to be tackled down at the 13. The Stallions going to come back for 3rd and 10 now. Bryce Young looking. He's going to keep it himself on the run. Going to get tackled from behind, and that ball is loose. That's a fumble, and that is not ideal. I believe that was former Carolina Panther Brian Burns with the tackle from behind, and it is, and that stripped the ball out. Ball just came loose, and that was a terrible replay angle. 3rd and 4, though. Daniel Jones going to throw this one up the sideline here to Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors into the open field, gets brought down at the 49. Big play there from Malik Neighbors, and that was a really nice play. This is not a good play. 2nd and 2. Ashawn Robinson coming in for the sack. That'll make it a 3rd and 9. Now Daniel Jones again. Going to throw this one, and that is going to be complete to Slayton. The Stallions almost had him off the field right there. But now here comes some more pressure up the middle. It's Shaq Thompson bringing down Daniel Jones. And that'll make it 4th and 12. Jones could not get away from the pressure this time. Thompson able to chase him down from behind and bring him down. So out will come the field goal unit for the Giants. This one's up and away. The Giants going to take a 10-point lead. Going to take a 10-7 lead here. So 3rd and 6. Bryce Young throws this one, middle of the field. Jonathan Mingo picks up the first down right there. Closing in on, or past the 2-minute warning now, minute 30 left. Bryce Young again, just going to take the middle of the field. Jonathan Mingo picks up the first down. Finally gets ruled down right there. Now they come back. 2nd and 10. Bryce Young back to throw. Going to find Robert Big Bob Tonyan for the first down right there. Now 2nd and 10. Bryce Young going to throw this one here to Deontay Johnson, and he picks up the first and goal situation right there, down at the 6. Now Young going to find Mingo, and what a surgical drive by Bryce Young And this Stallions team just throws that one, puts it right on his man. So second quarter still, and here is Daniel Jones going to get sacked again. 4th and 20. Fuller navigating traffic, was able to find his man, and Daniel Jones is down for a sack, and that's how the first half would end. Then Bryce Young comes right out here. Second half, going to be a big play up the sideline to Deontay Johnson. And Johnson just crushing some of these DBs here. Able to get on top of them. Johnson again is wide open, and he's going to fall down just before getting the touchdown. And then here comes Xavier Legette, gets the touchdown. So is there like a receiver version of like touchdown vultures? That's kind of what Legette did, right? Or Legette did, kind of vultured Deontay Johnson right there. So here is Daniel Jones. That one's over the head of Slayton. 3rd and 3 now. Daniel Jones sends a man in motion, looks, throws, and that is, well, not ideal. Slayton can't come up with it, and they decide to punt. So 21-10. Bryce Young navigating the pocket, gonna find Xavier Legette. Again, up to over 300 yards passing. This is easily Bryce Young's best performance this season. Now gonna find Tunyon, picks up the first down again, and Bryce Young is cooking right now. Bryce Young again gonna find Jonathan Mingo. Gonna pick up the first down right there. So now 1st and 10 again. Bryce Young navigating the pocket, gonna find Legette. And that's a little risky throw, a little bit behind, but Legette able to come back to it and pick up that first down. So now 2nd and 5. Jonathan Brooks into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown. Stallions. And the Stallions taking it to this Giants team. Flew all the way to Germany, all the way to Munich, and are just getting curb stomped here. But they still have a shot here. I mean, the game's not over by any means, but there is a big sack right there. That'll make it 2nd and 19. So now 3rd and 12. Daniel Jones going to throw one up, and that's going to be underthrown. Nick Scott with the interception. Picks it off. Daniel Jones. The nightmare season continues for him. At some point, you think the Giants would have to maybe consider seeing what you got in Drew Lock. You just got to get a different look. So 3rd and 4 here, 4th quarter. Bryce Young going to throw this one into a hole. Tight window there for Xavier Legette. He's able to come up with it. Now 1st and goal again. Bryce Young going to find Legette. Touchdown, Stallions. Legette's 2nd of the day in this one, and this is a blowout here at this point. These international games kind of end up like this. Kind of one team travels better than the other. And then you'd figure it'd be the Giants that would have traveled better. But then here's Malik Neighbors making a big play right there. I mean, they're all the way in New York, so that's kind of a shorter flight from, Missouri to Germany than it is from New York to Germany. But Jones able to get a touchdown on the board here to Darius Slayton. And keeps it from being too big of a blowout, I suppose. That'll make him feel good on the flight back to New York. But Daniel Jones, another rough one. Bryce Young really starting to put together a really nice second season here as the Stallions defeat the Giants 35-17. Bryce Young, 32 of 39, 391 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jonathan Brooks, 17 carries, 88 yards, a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown. Xavier Legette, 7 receptions, 76 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns on the day for him. He looked pretty good. Jonathan Mingo had a really good game, 8 receptions, 107 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. And then Daniel Jones, 22 of 27, 228 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, a rushing touchdown. That all looks good until you remember he was sacked 5 times in this one. And then Slayton was 69 receiving yards, 1 receiving touchdowns. Malik Neighbors, some nice catches. And then Devin Singletary, 9 carries, 27 yards, nothing going on the ground in this one for the Giants as they fall to 4-6. The Stallions now 6-4 top of the NFC South. So that was a really good game. I'm actually surprised. That stadium looks really cool. I'm surprised that's not like one of the relocation options for a stadium, one of those international ones. That'd be pretty cool to have. They're in the game. Might not let us use them for other stuff. But Jonathan Brooks gets an upgrade here, +1 awareness. +1 juke and spin move. I actually like the spin move one because I kind of use the spin move a bit. So I'm fine with that. And then Shy Tuttle. Gonna get an upgrade here as well. Probably one of his last upgrades. A bit of an older player. It's weird to say this guy's an older player when I'm pretty sure I'm older than him by like a year. So sorry to age myself a little bit right there. But +2 finesse move, +1 power moves, +1 tackle. Yeah, 28. So I'm up here calling him old, but we do have an injury to deal with here. That's going to be to Ashawn Robinson. Torn labrum, going to be out for a couple weeks here. Again, Derek Brown out for the season. And so some more injuries on the defensive line. And then we have some upgrades here for our coach talent trees here. We have 21 points to spend. And I'm kind of not sure where to go with right now, but I do want to get quarterback captain, at least before this season's out. So we're going to have to go with Anchorman. That'll give some upgrades, so 5% XP gain for our center. And so then we can get quarterback captain next time we do an upgrade. So it is the bye week. So we do have a mock draft to look at here. And the Viking, I mean, this is just, there's not much I can do about this. I do find this very annoying that the Vikings would even be projected to take a quarterback. If I can avoid that from happening, I will try to do whatever I can within my power to make sure the Vikings don't take a quarterback, because the Vikings don't need to be taking quarterbacks. But it's possible that I can't do anything about that. But we are projected to take cornerback Matt Crocker out of Memphis. We have 75% scouting kind of finished on him. Look through the rest of these teams here, in case you're wondering who your team is going to take in terms of like these, fictional players. But Matt Crocker is a cornerback out of Memphis, man-to-man archetype. Physicals, good to solid acceleration, good to solid agility, good to solid basically everything else. B man coverage, B zone coverage, B block shedding, B catching, B press. So looks like a pretty decent player. C play recognition. That's okay. I would like that to be a little bit higher. Take a look here at some of these other corners. Another guy that I'm kind of a little more interested in is Zach Kramer. You saw him. He was projected to go to the Cardinals. He has elite to great change of direction. I'm always trying to draft guys who have those elite to great traits, or those physical traits. Looks like he has the skills to go with that. A man coverage, B zone coverage, C tackle, B hit power, and all those other good things. So Bryce Young was your NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Well deserved. Feels like we've kind of turned the corner with him a little bit here, as we've kind of found what works for us. So when we come back, we actually have to take on the Kansas City Chiefs here. So we have upgrades here along the way for Sky Moore, who has not played much, has played sparingly, just haven't found a spot for him to play just yet. We have Leggett, we have Deontay Johnson, Jonathan Mingles making plays for us. I might go into the playbook and try to find a few packages for him. We have +1 release though for him as well. So that's pretty nice. We do get that release rating up to a 77. 95 acceleration. Might try him at returner. Honestly, now that I think about it, that will happen probably after the Chiefs game, as I may have possibly already recorded that one. So Nick Scott gets an upgrade here, +2 pursuit, and then +1 for tackle, zone coverage, and play recognition. 29 years old. That will probably be one of his last upgrades of his career. Jatavion Sanders. Nice upgrade for him. He has, been essentially benched for Robert Tonyan. Sanders just kind of had way too many drops for my liking. Does get +1 catch in traffic, so there's a chance that would probably help with that. He's still only 21, so, it'll take some time for us to, we have time to get him back into the lineup. And then Amare Barno, also another young player. +2 block shedding, +1 tackle, +1 zone coverage as well. That's kind of a weird thing to have for run stopper, I think. But 25, good athlete. Just these power moves, finesse moves, and block shedding are just terrible. Good tackle, decent strength. Is that decent strength? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of low on strength for a defensive player. Like 74? That seems kind of low to me. So he's a guy on the roster. That's all I can really say about him. He's a guy. So next episode, going to be taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs here. The Chiefs travel all the way to St. Louis. So, yeah, kind of cool here. And take a look here at the NFC South standings before we get out of here. We are 6-4. The Saints are 5-6. We finished the same record as the Saints. I'm not sure what the tiebreaker would be because I think we beat the Saints once, lost to them to open the season. Then we have Tampa and Atlanta up next. So if you've enjoyed this series, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, do all of that other really good stuff. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to hit like. Be sure to hit subscribe like I just told you before, but be sure to really do that. I would appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.